Hi, welcome to TK Design. Today I will guide you how to unwrap UV map for the object. Now we have the mesh, the read topology mesh. If you don't know how to read topology, you can watch my video about it. Okay, now let's go. I will identify some edge areas and mark seam around them. Like the hip, I will choose the ring around it. Okay, now I will choose edge here. Then choose mark seam. When we mark seam, the system will based on it to unwrap our model. Next I will marking seam around the Dino-say shoulder. Just pressing Ctrl to choose all the connected edges. Then marking seam it. Next, I will unwrap the cyber. Usually, we will mark seam on the hard surface areas, because these areas have a complexity shape, so it's easy to cause shading artifacts than the other areas. I will choose the ring around the cyber. And choose mark seam. Just do the same thing for this cyber. One thing you need to notice, that is you need reduce the stretch of the UV map. Stretching mean the UV map have the unbalance about the face size. Some face size too big and some too small. Like this cyber. If I stop marking seam now, the UV map of this cyber is a circle, with the outside ring is larger than the inner ring. So when we unwrap, it will become two parts. One is the circle of the top and one is the circle of the bottom. Just by marking seam on the edge or hard surface areas, it will help we reduce the stretching or distortion of the UV map. I just do the same for this cyber. I will adding a line along the hand. This will unwrap the hand into two parts, the upper and below. I will mark seam around the dinosaur neck. The eye holes area is easy to cause the distortion because of its bending structure. So I will marking seam around it. I will mark a seam on here. This area have structure like the eye holes, so I will mark seam around it. Let's mark a seam on there. And then on the below. We do the same for the cyber of the foot. Just find the areas that have completed structures and mark seam around it. Marking the seam on here help we reduce the stretch of the UV map. Let's do the same for the remaining cybers. If we just keep the seam like this for unwrap, that's okay. But I want to reduce more stretches for the map, so I will adding some more seam. I will put the seam along the foot here to separate the UV map in two parts. That will make the UV map less complex, so that reduce the shading problem when baking or panting. Okay, now I will make a seam here to split the foot UV map. The reason I put the seam here, because this is the hidden area, so if it caused the shading problem, it will hard to see. Okay, now I will unwrap for the tail. Let's put a seam on here. One more seam here. I will put a line here to make the UV map become a rectangle. Put a vertical seam on here to split the dinosaur body. And here. Okay, now let's press A to select all. Then press U and choose unwrap. We can see the mesh is unwrapped based on the seam we marked here. The tutorial end here. If you have any question, let me know. Thank for your watching. If you find this video useful, let's like and subscribe for more video.